Hey guys, today we have a tutorial. I know people have been asking me to do tutorials for a while. Here you are, finally. So we're gonna be doing trails. And what trails are, it's just like a little effect you can add to your edits just to make them pop a little bit more. And it's very easy to do, it's pretty quick. So let's just get started. So first thing you wanna do is just to grab your clip and add it to your timeline. We have Black Star here, so I'm just like crop them out a little bit. Okay, so once you have your clips added to your timeline, what you want to do is just to pre-compose it. And then you want to do your transition first. So in order to do a trail, you have to have a transition. And what I'm going to do is just do like a slide up rotation. And just so you can see, just for the sake of the video. So I'm going to do the transition real quick and then I'll be back. Okay, so now we have our transition. That's what it looks like. So after you have your transition done, what you want to do is you want to pre-compose the layers because we're going to have to duplicate it. So pre-compose it. Once you have it pre-composed, just duplicate the layer. And now we're going to add an effect called fill. And make sure when you add fill, you add it to the bottom layer. And the reason for that is because it completely fills the layer. So that way, when you duplicate it and you put it on the bottom, the picture, you still have like the image right here. So yeah. Usually when I am making colorful edits, I like to just color pick from the image that I'm using. So we're just going to color pick and use blue. And as you can see, there's nothing there. And the reason for that is we need to move the bottom clip, the bottom, what? Huh? The reason that you don't see anything here right now is because we need to move the bottom clip over a frame. And now, as you can see, we have a trail. So the reason we move it back is just because we want the transition to start a little bit later than the first clip. So you can see it like kind of tags along behind it. I usually don't go more than one frame behind, just because if you go more than that, like let's just move it back 4 frames. It kind of just takes way too long. You can do that. It kind of just like depends on the song that you're editing to. Usually when I edit, kind of edit to like faster paced songs. So I usually just move over 1 frame. And usually I like to add 2 different trails. So I try to stick to one or 2. You can add more than that. If I'm feeling fancy, I'll add 3, but usually it's just 2. So what I like to do is I just duplicate the bottom and I make the color a little bit darker. You can use whatever color you want, but this is just how I do it when I edit. And then you want to take your last trail that you just made and move it back. So for every trail you make, you need to basically you need to stack them. So let's say this is ridiculous, but let's say I just added like 4 trails. For each trail, they need to be stacked. So it's almost like upside down stairs. That's what you want it to look like. That looks cool, but we're not gonna keep that. So we're just gonna go back. And we have our trail. But what you want to do on the end of the clip is you want to just get rid of the extra. That way it's not just like a blank, color layer. So just delete that. And then when you watch it back, boom, there's our trail. Now, if you want to make it look a little more fancy, if you want it to pop a little bit more, you can add some glow. Let me just do that real quick. You can see it's glowing a little bit. So I'm gonna actually increase it. Okay, there. I just increased the settings just so you can see it a little bit more. And boom, you have your trail. So as you can see, it's trailing behind. And like I said before, you can push the clips back more frames if you feel like you need to. Again, I just don't normally do that because like I edit fast songs. So this is what trails look like. Now, like I said earlier, you can add trails to almost anything. So we're gonna add trails to text just so you can see. So I'm gonna just type my username here. I'm not even sure if I spelled it right, but it's okay. And just cut it off. And do a little transition. Just boost it up so you can see it a little bit. There you go. I'm gonna just make it do like a little, I'll just make it pop in just because it's easiest. Oops. Okay, there we go. So we have our text transition. And now what you can do is, just like your transitions, you can just pre-compose the clip, duplicate it, add fill to the bottom clip, and you can make it whatever color you want. Go back to this blue here. And then, like I said, you move it back a frame. Just to be more dramatic, I'm gonna do another one. And change the color a little bit darker. And then we cut it off at the end. Boom, delete it. Play it back, and we have our trail. And I like things that glow, so again, we're gonna add glow. And now you have trails for text too. So you can literally do this with anything. You can do it with shape layers, text layers, anything, honestly. So this is what the final result looks like. So we have both examples of our regular transition and then our text. And that is trails, basically. So hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully it can help you add a little something to your edits. And yeah, that's all I have for you, to be honest. So make sure to like the video, subscribe, and follow me on my socials. If you have any comments or questions, recommendations, just put them below. And thank you for watching. Bye.